Let's talk about 2022. We started this year in the UK being able to properly rekindle with our loved ones, be them family or friends, for the first time in properly 3-ish years. 2022 has not been an easy journey for any of us, given the current tragedies at play in the world, causing strain on economies, causing every one of us to need to tighten the belt. And while there is no solution that will work for everyone, I'd say to everyone that watches this video, look for ways in your community that you can chip in, because a stress shared is a stress halved. My personal journey of 2022 has been one of taking some time to try and hit personal goals, grow as a person, and achieve some closure where possible in an attempt to close old wounds. I started this year having moved house, which has brought about the challenge of living alone again. You really don't realise this, but after living with someone for 3 to 4 years and then going back to being in an environment where you're on your own, you start to miss the odd 5-minute conversation in the hallway or the night watching a film with your housemate. And it's a massive adjustment period going back. This year, for the first time in many years, I dared, as silly as that sounds, to try and love, and it didn't really go the way I wanted. I won't say that I lost, because at the end of the day, I've still got a very good friendship with the individual whom I did want to share more of my life with. However, let's not kid, it did sting a bit. Things did, however, on a bright side, work out in a way that on paper was the most ideal course of action. I've not closed back up as a result of it, but it's been a great lesson in just picking yourself back up and getting on with it, and no hard feelings or anything. This year I gained the ability to drive on the roads legally, which many would sit there and say is not that much of an achievement, given that in many cultures around the world it is a rite of passage. However, add into context that because of the whole sort of calamity that we've all had to sort of sit and enjoy in the last 1 to 2 years to 3 years, there's quite a catastrophic backlog in the UK, at least for practical test driving. You could be waiting anywhere from 6 months to 1 year plus before you'd even get a chance to get your licence. And I took a drastic course of action where I booked a test in a week, but I had to travel 120 miles on a train and convince some random guy on Reddit to let me use his car, which thankfully worked out. I did my test in a town I've never been to, on roads I've never driven on, and I managed to get my license. So that right there is a huge sort of leap and test in the face of adversity there, I think. Outside of this, I've rekindled many relationships with old friends who I've not spoken to in many years. For those guys that do end up watching this quick sort of 2022 in review, it's been an incredible experience catching back up with you. You've been a much needed breath of fresh air, and it's something I never thought I would honestly do. On that note though, alongside catching up with a lot of old friends, I've got involved with a lot of new people. I've made many new friends. I've experienced new things I otherwise wouldn't have done. It's been an incredible journey, and it's one I hope to continue to carry on and grow over 2023. For example, I started live streaming, which has been a great thing to tinker with. It's rekindled my desire to play around and toy and try new things. For example, I set up an instant replay function on my live stream. It's really dumb, but it's something that's brought me much entertainment and much satisfaction. Although much to my own surprise, some of the shit posts I've put out this year, they've been alright. But the main one was the RoboCop video, where all I did was put the theme song to RoboCop on the trailer for the new FPS game that's coming out. That recently picked up steam and gained like 1.9k views in the space of a couple of days, all for the sake of doing nothing but putting a bit of music over a bit of video. But let's be honest, the original trailer not having the theme in itself to start with was a crime. Going into 2023, I'd like to do more with Twitch and YouTube and other things. However, I'm not very good at video editing, so I lack the ability to do it in a timely manner, especially with work and other commitments and stuff. This video's been a lot of noise, and honestly, in my opinion, not a lot of it has been worthwhile. It's just been an excuse to scream into an uncaring void, because I feel it's the best way to vent this stuff out. To summarise, this year has been a struggle. Many long-term relationships have suffered, whilst other relationships in my life have gained and gotten better. If anyone comes across this video and wants to speak more live stuff, or just shoot the shit in general, I live stream on twitch.tv/Furey24, and I would appreciate any time that you'd share with me. Thanks for watching.